So right here, this is Dre. We recently helped him close $24,000 with just 2 YouTube videos in his first month of working with us. You'll notice from these view counts, like they look very low. None of them have over 100 views, but they were very strategically made to target his ICP. So you can see from the screenshot right here that his client closed at $10,000 a PIF and will be $499 per week for a year, equating in $24,000. And this is all because of the 2 YouTube videos that we did for his channel. So before I get into the actual strategy of this, it's very important that you understand Dre's offer. So Dre already had a successful B2C offer, coaching personal trainers to make more money. A ton of his clients came from Instagram organic and ads, but he wanted to launch a new B2B offer, targeting gym owners to increase their revenue. He knew he needed a way to market himself, showcase his expertise, and build trust with anyone that was interested in his services. So the reason why the YouTube sales funnel would be perfect for Dre's new offer is because this offer, it's very intricate. We're marketing to a different type of person, not really a B2C fitness person trying to make a little extra cash. This is somebody who owns a gym, is in a struggling position, and needs a way out. So Dre knew with his new offer that he couldn't just run paid ads and Instagram organic into it. This is something that takes a lot of trust and credibility, and he knew the viewer had to watch him for a long amount of time where he was able to showcase his expertise, where he was able to build trust and credibility to convince them to work with him. And that level of trust and credibility, you can't build that through Instagram organic or any sort of paid advertising. YouTube is seriously the only platform where someone can spend an extended amount of time with you where you're demonstrating your expertise. Okay, let's get into the actual YouTube sales funnel. So here's what we needed to solve. Dre needed videos that could pre-handle objections that might show up on sales calls and help build trust with gym owners before they even hopped on a call with him. For the price Dre was charging for this offer and the amount of trust and credibility, he knew short form content would not work for him. Sure, he may have been able to get a ton of views, but if the goal was to see an ROI from the content, he needed a YouTube sales funnel. A lot of B2B business owners mess up because they create content that doesn't help the prospect make a purchasing decision. Think about what is happening on a sales call. You're asking questions and handling objections. So in order to create videos that can sell, we had to reverse engineer the sales process. So me personally, the way that I like to find common objections or frequently asked questions, it's one, reviewing a previous sales call, and the second best way is going into Claude right over here. It's called Claude.ai. Make sure you're on Sonnet 4. And then tell it about your business and ask it this question. What are the most common objections for my business in order from greatest to least? The reason why you want to order it from greatest to least is because that's exactly how you should handle each objection in your video. You don't want to start off with the objection nobody really has. You want to tackle the biggest objection first. All right, let's actually break down this funnel. So what most YouTube agencies would do is they'll focus solely on the traffic videos first. This is like the first type of videos they'd implement for your business. It'd be more broad topics. It might get a lot of view, but it wouldn't really convert anyone. The videos we focused on first were actually the conversion videos. So these are videos where he's going very deep into the topic, where a lot of people might not watch it, but the people who do, it solves their problems and gives them hope and then shows them exactly what it'd be like to work with Dre. So it's a much smaller target market, but these videos, if someone's on the fence about paying you and they watch a video like this, it would basically demonstrate everything to them on why they should trust you, what it's like working with you, and then the measurable results you're able to get for other people. And then the last part about the funnel is just a simple closing call. So when somebody watches all this content, especially with the conversion videos, all their objections are pre-handled. They already trust you. They already know you're credible. So it's not really a discovery call. It's not an education call. It's just a closing call. You're hopping in there. They're finding out about a price, asking a few small questions, and then you're just closing them. So we only did 2 videos for Dre, and we know that off of these videos, since he was able to get a sale, that if we created these traffic videos for him now, he would have a proper lead flow set up where people would be funneling in from these first videos, and then they'll watch the second video, which will help convert them. And then from there, they'll click the link in the description to book a call, and then it's simple from there. All right, let's break down video number 1, the hidden VSL. So we needed a video that would act as the foundation for Dre's YouTube channel. Something that if they were sent traffic to it, it would close a prospect on the fence. So this is the process that went into creating a video like this. So Dre had a recording of him pitching himself to a prospect. So what I did is I looked at this video, I downloaded the transcript, and then I studied his natural speaking pattern. That way, when I wrote the bulleted out script for him, it was already in his words. He didn't have to memorize any lines. He could just talk about it naturally, since this is what he's been doing. And throughout this script, I made sure to organize all the objections from greatest to least important. And then afterwards, I added a soft mid-roll CTA in the middle of the script that I'll show you right here in a second, that if somebody was watching the video, we wouldn't wait until the end of the video to hit them with that call to action where they might click off. We're hitting them in the middle of the video, kind of like a commercial or an advertisement where we're catching them when stuff is getting interesting. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking down the exact script we use now. So right in the hook, you can see I have a few things highlighted. This is basically proof, promise, and plan. Right here, Vanessa at House Fitness added 18 plus coaches to their facility. Bradley Martin at Zoo Culture. Bradley Martin's a huge name in the fitness industry. If you go look him up, you'll see how big all his socials was. And Dre had the social proof, so we had to leverage it right in the beginning so we could build that trust and credibility. Next thing we did is we kind of made a promise at the end of the video that by the end, they'll know the exact strategies they need to use in order to maximize their gym revenue. So right here, it maximizes what you're already doing with the trainers you have and makes you stand out from every other gym in the city. So right there, that's our promise. It's basically the guarantee you get at the end of this video. And then here we're getting into the actual plan of the video. This, I kind of like to think about it like chapters to a book where you're reading the table of contents to see exactly what you're going to learn when you're reading this book. All right, next is the body. I'm not going to go through this fully, but you can see just from the body that it's all bulleted out for him. This is all made using his exact words. So you could just glance at it and then know what to talk about. Right here in point 2, section 2, this is actually his unique selling position. So the PT Pro Accelerator System. No other person has an offer like Dre right here. So because Dre originally had a B2C offer where he'd help personal trainers, he's including that in this B2B offer where if a gym owner was to pay him, he'd include this for free to all the trainers that worked at the gym. No other person has an offer like this where they're targeting gym owners but also helping the people inside of it to grow their own businesses. Right here, this is the mid-video CTA. I put this right after the second point. I thought it just made the most sense here. Usually we do this a little bit earlier in the script, but I wanted to have him talk about his unique selling position first and then hit them with the mid-video call to action. So right here you can see it's just a super soft CTA. It's a few sentences long, doesn't take up too much space for the video, and it allows the viewer just to watch it, get the offer inside of their mind so they know that there's a pitch at the end of the video, and it allows them to still receive value after listening to this. And then right when we get into the outro, I hit them straight with the call to action. I don't wait to say click the link in the description at the end of the video. I'm hitting them with it right away. So want to implement these exact strategies in your gym? Click the link in the description to book a call with me and my team. Right below that, what I did is I added a little bit of social proof, helping his credibility, trying to push the viewer to possibly convert. And then I also built a little bit of fear. So the fitness industry gets more competitive every day, but the facilities that will thrive are the ones that create true partnerships where both trainers and owners win together. So right here, just inducing a little bit of fear, trying to give them a little bit of urgency to actually take the steps necessary to book a call. All right, so that was everything that went into video 1. Now I'm going to be breaking down video 2, which is much simpler. It's a video case study with this gym owner. So just a little background information on her. She was ready to sell her gym before Dre came in and helped her. But he originally had this video already made. It was already posted on his YouTube channel. This is what it looked like. It was 30 minutes long, and when I watched it, the audio was only coming out of one side of the headphone. There was a lot of fluff inside of it. So when we redid this video, I made it 13 minutes long. I cut like over 15 minutes of fluff, and I enhanced the audio, fixing everything. So once we implemented those two videos, what he would be able to do is he would be able to send this to anyone on the fence about working with him, whether he was doing some sort of cold outbound, he already had gyms he was talking to, but they were still like kind of hesitating. Him just sending these two videos basically proved he was the person to work with. And that's basically exactly how the close happened. Is he sent these two videos to somebody who was on the fence about working with him. It resulted in a 10K PIF for his business, and through the recurring model he has set up, it's going to result in $24,000 annually. And remember, neither video got over 100 views. They're all actually under 50 views, but it didn't matter because they were targeted at the right person at the right time. The reason why this approach works is because the strategy, the videos literally do all the selling for you. When somebody watches that hidden VSL, they're getting educated about the problem in their business while seeing Dre as the solution. By the time they finish both videos, they've basically been through a sales presentation without it feeling like one. They're pre-sold before they even talk to Dre. And because we use Dre's own words and natural speaking style, it felt authentic and trustworthy, not like some corporate pitch. This whole process took us less than a month to execute, but the results speak for themselves. 2 videos, $24,000 closed. When someone asks Dre, how can you help my gym grow? All he has to do is send them these 2 videos. The key is creating content that actually helps you sell, not just creating content for the sake of content. Every video should have a purpose in your sales process. So if you're interested in getting this strategy implemented for your business, there's going to be a link down below where you could book a call with me and my team. Peace.